So I was DJing, I had a booking in Cargo in London, Shoreditch, doing my thing. It was kind of quiet in there, whatnot. So anyway, usually, I don't know if you've ever been Cargo, but for anyone that knows Cargo, sometimes you see people in the back cooking up some food and all of that type of stuff. Yeah, 2 jerk getting cooked up, all of that, So anyway, when I've come there, someone's come to me and said to me, Chucks, would you like some food? And I was thinking, that's mad, because I was going to actually go outside there that day and just go and get some food. So I was like, nah, like, not now, I'm all right kind of thing, like maybe a little bit later. When the brother's like, nah, like really want you to have some food. So in my head, I'm thinking, that means food's for free. Because the way that he's come to me and said to me, now really want you to have some food. I'm like, okay, I understand what it is. Yeah, boom. So he said to me, what do you want? Do you want the lamb, the jerk? I'm going to give you the lamb, jerk. He was wanting to give me everything. So I said, you know what, I don't really I don't eat meat like in abundance like that. Just give me the jerk. And give me the plantain or whatever and the rice and I'll just deal with that. He's like, nah, taste the lamb as well. I want you to taste the lamb. So I'm like, all right, cool, just give me everything. So while I was playing and doing my set, I was yamming the food, whatever, and the food was good. And then I met one of you two at the time.
Yeah. I think it might be Shawn.
All right, Shawn, And then we just said a lot. And I thought, you know what, when I leave, let me just go outside and just say thank you because 1, the food was good, and 2, they didn't need to do that. They didn't need to come and just give me the food like that. Do you get me? So I went outside and then I was chatting to these 2 brothers, and we was just like having a good chat. And then I realised that they were running a proper business. It weren't like they were just there just cooking up some food. They actually have some real things going on or whatnot. And then a man gave me this. And gave me the book now. I said, rah.
The man got a cookbook.
I said, the man has got a cookbook. No, but the thing is, the cookbook's different now, I'll tell you the one thing that really won me over. But so you got the cookbook, but also you got the stories of them and their family and just their time in Jamaica and all of these things,
What?
And there's a chapter in there called Nanny's Yard. Yeah, bro. And when I saw Nanny's Yard, I said, you know what?
Nanny's Yard, boy.
I said, I'm just bringing the man them through.
So wait, you lot made a cookbook?
Yeah, man. Bro.
And you only want to tell the man them now. My cooker's broken. I won't get into the story, but just know someone smashed the kettle over the top. But
someone smashed the kettle?
No, wait, who's done
that? You've seen it, innit? Yeah.
So
crazy, man.
So basically, I got Greg. Yeah. Craig. Sorry.
Sound like a yardie fam.
Sorry, brother. And Shawn. Yeah. So and you run
original flavors.
Yeah. So firstly, I want to say, look, thanks for that because obviously the food was proper, and also it's good to just see 2 young brothers out there just doing their thing, and you know what I mean. Man. And also, as I know, we're both Jamaican, we know being outside and stewing up some food and cooking up some jerk and that's part of our culture and that.
Definitely, bro.
So tell me a little bit about what it is that where you lot come from and why you lot started doing what you was doing.
Right, we're brothers. I'm Shawn Craig from Thornton Heath, Korine, and we started Original Flavour basically 3 years ago. We just basically wanted to show people how to make Caribbean food and how easy it was.
Yeah.
And grandmother taught us how to cook. You know how it goes. Mum, grandmother, always in the kitchen, and you just basically went on Facebook and just started doing videos. 1-minute videos, just showing you how to make rice and peas, jerk, in simple steps, and then just went viral, and then literally brought out our second book.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's self-published with Bloomsbury.
That's published by who?
Bloomsbury.
Okay.
So first,
I don't know what. I'm assuming that's a big thing.
Company, innit?
Okay.
They do Harry Potter books, something like that.
Oh shit.
Serious?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, man. So
now they do
that's our second book. Our first one was self-published, which done really well.
Yeah.
Did it all ourselves, me and my bro.
Yeah.
And then done so well, and then Bloomsbury saw the thing and they were like, yeah.
Can you cook, poet?
Toast.
Can you cook toast? I hear what you're saying though, fam. To be honest, we ain't always been cooks. You get me? We've just been, when you're just forcing your mum's kitchen and that, setting the table.
Yeah.
Whatever the napkins are triangles or squares or
rectangles.
Taking dessert orders and that.
For the family and Christmas and that. But we had a great relationship. We got a great relationship with our mum and our nan.
Yeah.
So just being in the kitchen, we saw how much the food brought love to the family. And
we'll talk about Nanny's Yard in a moment still. But you know what it is, I think I don't know in general whether cooking amongst young people is as big of a thing as it was. Maybe it just depends on your culture and stuff like that. Obviously in our culture, I don't know about everyone else's family, but in my family, pretty much everyone can cook to some degree.
Yeah.
All my uncles anyway, all my uncles and aunties and stuff like that could cook. And for me, yeah, my mum, when I was growing up, yeah, my mum used to tell me every Thursday, you're going to be in the kitchen and you're going to cook one thing every Thursday. And bruv, let me tell you something.
Though.
No, I hated it, bro.
I had at the time still.
What? I don't want to be like, I don't want to be in the I don't want to be in the kitchen cooking every Thursday. That is, to me at the time, it was just the longest thing ever. Especially when the man them's outside playing football and I want to do that, or I got my computer or whatever, yeah. But it ended up being one of the best things that ever happened, because as soon as I moved out of my yard, it wasn't even just the fact of like just being able to just cook food, but it was also being able to rustle something up when money was low. Do you get what I'm saying? Because my mum taught me how to do certain things or whatnot, when money was low, like I could make something that was not maybe a big deal, but it was something more than it just being a pot noodle. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Flavor thing or something.
Do you got a little pasta with a couple? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know what you lot are saying. Me and Deliveroo got a
Deliveroo,
fam.
What you saying, bro? You must go and cook, man.
Yeah, must. It must
big
a little thing.
There's loads of things I can do in life, and cooking is not one of them.
We can teach you,
respect for that.
I reckon Poe would be a bad, but I reckon
book for you, man.
I reckon I'd be a rude boy chef. You know what it is? You know when you just got loads happening in your life? That's just not a priority for me right now. Like I've got to find a way to cut through when it comes to food, because
Yo, Poet, bro, I heard you got
bare
twins,
things
innit?
doing. Huh?
You got twins?
Yeah.
You got boys. I just really had two twin girls still.
Serious?
Yeah,
congratulations.
twin girls, man. Respect, man. Respect, man. Yeah, man.
Is it,
Yeah,
First two as well.
That's what you call a real dad now. And you can cook. Look at me.
Yeah, man. Thank God.
How can the man you all know my name?
But I hear you about the time thing, though.
Bro.
Because recently, since the twins have come, time has been a mad thing. So I thank God for that. My mum did show me about the quick things that you can
My
ruffle
mum used
up.
to kick me out the kitchen.
Oh, right. But that's another thing as well. That's another thing in our culture, though, as well.
Run you out the kitchen.
Come out of the kitchen.
Get out the kitchen.
Yeah.
What you doing in here?
Before your hand get bun.
My hand did get bun, look. I was free.
Serious?
Bro, she wasn't joking. She told the truth.
Fam, those are kitchen marks, bro. That shows that you're...
Yeah,
you got them marks, boy. You know you're a serious cook. You know?
I'm telling you.
Them burns along your arm.
I actually wish I could cook, because it's true, you would save bare money, because my brethren now, they'll come to my house and they've made a meal. And I've been in that kitchen and I have not seen this meal, and now I'm eating. This is mad.
Yeah, also, do you know what it is as well? For me, is that like being able to like cook up a bunch of shit or whatever, and then like for the next couple of days or a few days I'm patterned.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying? I don't really need to spend too much money now, because when I go home I got my rice, my jerk chicken or curry chicken, whatever it is in there, and I could just jam that. Yeah.
When you go home, you know what you're doing, fam. You know what's for dinner.
Yeah.
You know you can go home and chill. Certain times you don't have to worry about what am I gonna eat, etc. You know it's there already. Fam. You got the thing patterned.
So you two went. Did you go when you went back to Jamaica? Yeah. Did you go purposely to understand more things about where our food comes from and just to understand things a bit better, or was you just on a holiday going to see some family and cooking was a big part of it? Why was you there for that a period of time?
Absolutely, man. We went there mainly for the new book. Yeah. So the new book's based in Jamaica. Went to see family. Went everywhere. Literally went Clarendon, the Grill, literally everywhere in Jamaica. Went there to explore the natural flavours of Jamaica, family, the proper authentic food, way of living. Went to stay in Kingston as well. So the mosquitoes out there, bro, they don't mess about. Like no aircon.
Yeah, the no aircon thing.
To live on.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, man. So the new book's based in Jamaica. Proper authentic stuff out there, man. Everything.
You went to one place, that I wanted to go the last time I was there, but I didn't. My brethren just wouldn't even take me there. But I don't even know why. But whatever. You went to Coronation Market,
bro.
Oh fuck! I really want to go
bro,
there.
It's an experience.
It's mad.
Serious?
It's a movie, bro. Bro, it's a process,
mad busy,
bro. It's like cooking, man.
Yeah.
It's like
I heard it's crazy.
You have to get up at 4 in the morning, bro. You have to get there. We had to get there when it was less busy, fam. So one of our family friends took us there at 4:45 in the morning, bro. There was bare people.
Serious? Why is it so busy so early?
A lot of people wait, like they stay overnight and they just camp up in it to get the best spot.
So people from other parishes, like from St. Anne, like all over Jamaica, they come to Kingston the night before and they sleep there because that's their way of making. Because they know Coronation Market, you're making good money from selling your 1-2 Scotch bonnet, 1-2
Trust me.
pear, avocado, them thing, you know.
Yeah, man.
So
Is it?
that's what
Yeah, man. But to get the best spot.
bro, it's amazing. But they say there's pickpocket, bro. We went there. Our uncle was like, yo, mind your wallet, you know.
Mind your phone. Mind your phone,
you
as
know.
well.
Because he saw me doing this, innit? He was
"Don't
like,
do
yo, you don't want to do that around here, you know, down the gully. No.
Yeah.
So. But it was cool, bro.
Take your phone.
Yeah,
Cool. Down the gully, you know,
Trust me.
But fuck your Instagram live, dog.
Yeah, coming down there.
You got due to go. When last time you went?
I'm going in October. I'm going October 1st.
Sick, man. Sick,
I'm going for a couple of weeks still.
Nice.
Take some sports.
It's my, you know what? It's just steering away from the conversation, but for me, kind of like over the last couple of years, Jamaica's been a place where it's like my mindset resting place. So it's like I go there, I can. I usually stay in the hills now.
Yeah.
I go just chill. Obviously, still go out and enjoy Jamaica and that, but more time I'm just there, just chilling, whatever, greenery, relaxing my mind or whatever. And by the time it's time to come back, mate,
Mad, innit?
energies,
Fresh
man.
food as well.
Fresh food.
Aki from a tree.
All
Not
of that.
in the tin.
In the place that I stayed, it's my brethren's cousin's place, yeah. And he's still building it. And as you know, in Jamaica, you drive through Jamaica, yeah, and you see bare houses that are just not even finished. People are trying to build shit out there, and it's just not even. In fact, I know a person. I ain't gonna say who it is here. Was trying to build a hotel out there. Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, from like 6 years ago.
Jeez.
Anyway, we went there like 2 years ago. Do you know what was there? A brick.
What kind of trying is that big? But at least I don't go in the kitchen and just leave a spoon somewhere. Like I try cook. This man put a one brick. And said, that's
brick.
my contribution.
One brick, you
I
know.
know.
He's got the land, but you know what it is? You can't. If you're building something out there, you have to be there. Otherwise, it ain't gonna really get done.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Why?
You can't, fam.
And he's like lazy.
Lazy, bro. The
You
heat
send
as
them the money. You send them the money, and you don't watch certain people building your thing. It's not getting built.
Chilling with the
The
rest.
money's just getting divided.
That's why you gotta treat this thing like mafia, dog.
Yeah, it's real.
I know
That's
if
spice.
Vladimir Putin sent that money,
Yeah, bro.
he can send it today. They'll build it yesterday.
You understand? You understand? But yeah, like, so yeah, more to the point, in that place there, he has a farmer that lives in the house because my man don't live there. He still lives in England or whatever. So he looks after the house. So when we go there, we just buy food. We just buy a bunch of food, and then every morning he's just cooking food, and he comes in like all of the stuff that he's grown.
Yeah.
He just comes and just cooks that, and just,
man.
you know what I mean?
That's one thing about Jamaica, is fresh food, man. Fresh callaloo, coconut from a tree. Like you can't get nothing
Breadfruit
better.
and all
Man.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Fresh fruit.
Are people
man.
still like going through cookbooks like this though? Like, are they? Is this a
man.
thing?
I mean, when we went to Jamaica last year, we brought our old book with us. Everyone was just fascinated. They were like, "Well, in England, I never knew that you can do that in England. You can cook, sir."
Yeah, of course.
But you're proper fascinated with the food, and everyone's got like a way of life of food out there. Everyone can cook. Everyone knows about food. You meet people, you talk to people. They just so intertwined with the way of cooking Jamaican food. So
Yeah.
But in terms of people using cookbooks these days, I hear what you're saying. I think you'd think people on their phone all the time, like going to Google, checking recipes and stuff. But bro, like a lot of books, people are still feeling the hard book way of like cooking, the traditional way of cooking for a recipe book, something that they're not used to cooking before.
That's not
You know
even
what
what
I'm
I was thinking actually.
Yeah.
It's just like, I think just more from my experiences with like just people around me and stuff like that. There's like the percentage of people that actually cook around the people that I know is quite slim now.
No one cooks for me.
No, I hear that.
Is it?
I think it's modern society today. A lot of people haven't got time.
It's a time thing, you know.
You know what I mean? I think it needs to happen more. More people need to cook though. I feel. Do you know what I mean? Like
If we were 9 to 5ers, we'd cook a lot more. But
Yeah.
because of when you're a freelancer, your timetable is a matting.
Meal preps.
Do you know what? I don't know when I'm going to be hungry as well. So like even that's a hard thing. Like, am I going to be hungry at 7? What do I cook now when it's 6? I don't know what to do. So I just don't get involved. And I just hopefully it's
Or special occasion if you want to like you know surprise a woman.
Have you? Actually, let me ask you that.
Yeah,
Have you ever have you cooked for a girl before? Even in school? See, like when cooking, huh?
No.
Callum, have you?
No,
My brother, man.
serious.
No,
Jeez, you ain't lived life.
I
I
never.
cooked my first meal last night.
Serious?
Serious?
What
did you cook, Callum?
Rice Krispies.
Chicken and rice.
Yeah.
Is it? Rice?
Plain, innit?
It was good though.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you like it?
What seasoning?
Aye.
Season? Was that teriyaki sauce, Korean fried chicken, something like that?
Jeez,
sounds good, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Little chef, yeah. You're the chef still.
Oh, I'm very
Is it? Yeah.
There you go.
What did you put next? What? Just chicken, rice? Was there salad and thing or?
bok choy, spring onions.
See that, bro?
Oh yeah.
But you see the pride that you got that from.
Yeah.
The satisfaction.
But look what it took for him to do it.
He still do it. That.
Look what it took for him to do it.
Still done
and sometimes I guess that's all it takes.
It is,
innit?
bro. It is, bro.
To put it with the time aspect,
Bro,
and
fully.
even not knowing when I'm going to be hungry.
100%.
I really don't know when I'm going to be hungry.
Oh,
100.
And you know, I ain't got time to try and figure that out.
Listen.
Like, my life is crazy, dog. You ain't got time to now add more. What did I tell you earlier today? Me have too much problem for going to bring a next thing in now. We sort that out. Now you want me to learn for cook. Nah, dog.
Do you know what though? Counteraction to that, yeah. I hear it because I understand it, innit, yeah.
Yeah.
But an element of it is an excuse.
It is an
I'll tell you why.
A big
Because
element.
I'll tell you why.
I'm
yeah?
loving the
I'll tell you why.
honesty,
Yeah, man.
Because it's literally, yeah, all right, boom. We don't necessarily know when we're going to be hungry and all of these type of things, yeah. But as a freelancer as well, I know that our diaries can be different or whatever, but it does free up some time in the morning if we want to cook up some food maybe later on for the night or maybe even for tomorrow. Like, over the last few weeks, I've kind of like, it's hard because I'm super busy, innit?
Yeah.
But like, I'll just cook something and I might not nyam it that day, but it'll just be in the fridge. And then I know, right, if I come home and I'm just chilling, I feel, oh yeah, boom, I've got the rascals, my prawns and that in the fridge. Let me go and, I'll go and eat that. I just heat it up. Like, I'll just go and do that. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's time, but it's just about whether we want to. I think we're just going into a time of convenience now anyway. Like, everything is really about convenience. Even the way that we pay for shit. Instead of like everything is on one, you can have everything on one card.
Deliveroo.
Everything is just, it's just all, you can do everything on your phone. Do you get what I'm saying?
Do you know what? For me, it's slightly an excuse, but it's actually time. When I think about it, when I left school, when I was in school, I had a part-time job and I was doing youth work. So imagine I would do school from like whatever till 4 or 5 o'clock or even college at the time, come home and do football coaching from 6 till 9, 3 days of the week. Then do a part-time job on Saturday and Sunday. So I've never really had to, and I've got to watch Monday Night Football because that was lit. Andy Gray, Richard Keys were going in. So like
Smackdown and that.
Are you mad?
Smackdown Raw.
At 12, listen. Now you're
War is Raw.
And cook. You're going mad, dog. And I'm playing computer. Football managers.
And I'm playing computer.
Master League at Pro Evo was a bit mad.
Hey, Pro Evo.
Bro, I hear you, bro.
Miranda and the man there. I ain't got the time to cook now.
Put them stats up, bro. Put them stats up.
What happens when, okay, alright, cool, because I get it still. What happens?
Couple beanies and that. You couldn't wait.
What happens when we're in a relationship?
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing.
This is it.
Right, and then flipping, our missus is equally as busy in these type of things.
Wait, that's another conversation.
Then like what? Now, let me tell you something now, right?
Yeah, but that's our
Let me just tell you something now. Take this however anyone wants it, yeah? Because I can cook. So this comes from a place of me being able to cook. If my girlfriend doesn't necessarily have to know how to cook, because I'll teach her how to cook. My dad taught my mum how to cook. My mum's a good cook, but I'll teach her how to cook and stuff like that. But there will be times where maybe as freelancers, she might be at work and there might be a one day where I'm at home. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cook up some food and make sure that like when it comes back, things are patterned up or whatever it may be. You see when it's my turn. You see when I'm at work and you're at home. When I come back, I need something. I'm going to need something.
100%.
Because you know what? This ordering thing all of the time is not going to cut for me. I just want home cooked food, and I miss that because I used to get that when I was young in nanny's yard. Do you get what I'm saying?
Before you go on to that, you sound like you don't have your household in order. Let me tell you something, man. When you get your missus, you have to make a plan. We can't just leave this to a spiritual journey. I'm not under that. I'm not into that. Sorry. We have to have rules and regulations.
But sometimes it's
today
instincts, bro.
or this week.
It's your time.
These are the ways I'm working. I'm out. I don't really want to spend money on food. Looks like you're in the yard. The least you can do is cook up a thing. Because we're a team.
Yeah,
if I'm out here trying to make a little money and I'm investing it in the yard, You can't cook up a one chicken after Callum and his girl are going crazy over there. Come on, you're doing your thing for the community. I deserve my thing, and it's not even me being. But if I was at home doing nothing, then I would
100.
get some Rice Krispies going. You know what I'm saying?
It's a teamwork thing. Nowadays it's a teamwork thing. With relationships, back in the day, you know, you might not see two brothers making a cookbook or cooking. It's normally the females. You get what I'm saying? But the stereotype is broken now, bro. Like in so many levels of life, not just cooking, fam. You get what I'm saying? So even when you're talking about time and cooking, like these days, there's so much things that facilitate that lack of time.
So you know what though? Can I just say that? Can I just say, sorry to interrupt you, yeah? But yeah, like historically, on a like general basis, women was in the kitchen doing the cooking and cleaning and stuff like that. But from what I've seen from Jamaicans, men have always known how to cook.
100%.
Yeah,
men have always done it.
Not always.
Not always, because growing up for us, it's different.
So what, in your family?
Our mum was always in the kitchen.
All right, cool. But did your dad know how to cook?
No.
He didn't know how to cook?
Because there's different levels, bro. Because in a lot of Caribbean households, men are the ones that can cook. And when they can cook, they can cook.
Yeah.
You get me? So men are, but there's some households within Caribbean culture where, like you said, you weren't allowed in the kitchen, bruv. That was like my dad. He weren't allowed in the kitchen with his mum. So when it comes to him making even a little chips, bruv, when we were younger, frozen chips, the thing was still cold.
You bun it up. No, I actually bun it up.
Oh, bun it up one time, next time it was cold.
It depends how you've been brought up.
Yeah.
If you were never in the kitchen, you obviously not know how to cook. But we were very close with our mum and gran.
Yeah.
So we were always kind of there and like just saw them making the akins.
Did your dad learn how to cook eventually?
No.
Real guy.
Our mum was always just the old school, like always in the kitchen, get your food.
But my dad,
he had it like that, innit?
My dad does the shopping. He does the shopping. He does the cleaning. He loves to clean.
Yeah.
So I guess that's their way of teamwork.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But all right,
that's what I'm looking for, a team member.
Of
course.
I want to play up front. You're right wing. Cross it in. I don't want to cross it in and score. Cross my thing, man. You could trade with a one chicken. Crossing the thing, fam.
But there's gonna come a time where obviously the woman might not always be around, or she might be at work working late.
Yeah.
Deliveroo.
And you need to cook.
Nah, man.
Deliveroo.
Nah, man. You have to cook for yourself.
What you say, Callum?
So then you cook for her.
What's that? Oh yeah, of course.
Do you know what I learned to cook?
What?
When there's nothing else to do. I can't drive. There's just things I just don't want to do it. Like I just don't want to drive. I don't want to cook. I don't want to.
I heard that.
Like I have no interest in like it looks amazing, but like do I want to hold this chicken that's dead? And I don't want to do any of this stuff. And then there's things that I do that people are like, I don't want to do that. And I'm like,
fair enough.
Teamwork thing.
Yeah,
so boom.
Fair
Babe, can you cook? You can't? All right.
Cool.
If you're on the whole chicken,
give it a year. We'll send you on loan. Go out for a year. Come back. We'll sign you. You can cook now. Yeah. Come on, first team.
Well, do you know what? I guess you know what. Yeah, that probably speaks to the fact that like convenience is a wonderful thing for people these days, because you know what, like the dynamics of relationships and stuff like that are changing a bit as well. It's like when at a certain point people would kind of just get together and within a quick period of time they're married, and then you know, you get a house or you're living in a place, and then you have the woman in the kitchen and the man goes out to work and all these things. Nah, it's not like that anymore. Like the playing field is very different. Do you get what I'm saying? Women are out working just as much as men and holding certain things down. But I just think even off the fact of like convenience and stuff like that, the fact that relationships are different, which I think isn't necessarily a bad thing, because you're not getting people who are just settling anymore. Like people are just kind of, that was just a thing to do, innit? Yeah. And like take that how you want. But that means to me that more time you might be in your house alone, and you're gonna need to learn how to cook, possibly, or use the washing machine. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that's one thing I still don't really know how to use. I'm gonna be honest with you.
All of that's calm. I clean my house.
I'm dead with the washing machine. I just fling things in.
You hear it in the video. I wash my thing.
Oh, you're cleaners. Oh, you say you're cleaners?
Do you know why? Because it's like, I like it just looking, I like coming home and it look crisp and you sit down and you're like, yo.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's good.
I've tried it the same night. Yeah, man.
I'm a hand wash, Don. I can hand wash. I can hand wash.
Can you not use the washing machine?
I learned that in Jamaica.
You know what? Yeah, washing machine. I can use that definitely. 100. The one thing I don't know how to use is a dishwasher, because these are the dishwashers. In the growing up,
we never had it.
We never had it.
My
brother from the
never had that.
Never had it, brother.
Never.
Growing up, yeah, that's a new thing now.
What?
I'm just used to just doing it manually, man.
Of course.
I'm 29 years old. I went to use a dishwasher the other day. Bro,
What confused you about a dishwasher though?
What that?
We're black,
do you press
Callum.
start and
Do you
it
know
just?
we're on White
I
House
just feel like
something
the
there.
time that you take to set up on that, you wash up all the plates done.
Callum, we were the dishwasher.
Fam, I don't even know. I've seen a dishwasher, but I haven't even looked at one long enough to know even how to use it.
I'm sure it's simple to use.
Possibly.
I've just never.
Everything's simple to those who know, man.
This is
Exactly.
Yeah, for me.
Exactly.
I know my ex-girlfriend when I went to her house, she got 2-story yard and it's a big yard and the kitchen looked like the yard in my yard. It's just crazy. So when I'm going there, she goes, "Yeah, put it in the dishwasher." She's like, "Yeah, throw a tablet in." I'm we chat, big man, manual with a very liquid and a sponge and we do our thing. I'm there, just you know what I'm saying, just
Quick water.
Mum comes in like, "Oh, what's a good boy?"
Trust me.
Put it on a strainer.
Come on, a one strainer, dry it. We're good, man. This dishwasher thing, that's
Yeah,
convenience as well, isn't it? Really.
It is that. It's all. That's what I'm saying. So, but so now we're lucky because with convenience now, we know that people don't have to cook so much anymore.
It's
but
true.
I think an element of that is a bit of a shame. Only actually, when I think about it, the only shame in it a little bit, or the unfortunate part about it a little bit is, if you are a cultured person, I feel like it's good to just know certain things within your culture when it comes to that. Do you get what I'm saying? To me, that's important to me. If I'm with a girl who's, let's say, Spanish, I'd find it super attractive if she knew how to cook Spanish food, if she knew how to speak her language, if she, do you get what I'm saying? She knew about her culture in that sense too.
I think that's what people are. Society's lost that identity about themselves. Everyone wants to be something else that they're not, or that there's something beautiful about you are Hispanic, you are Eritrean, like, you know what I mean? There's something different about you as my friend. I've got Eritrean friend, or my friend that's Sudanese. Like, she's my only Sudanese friend, but knowing her culture, hearing her speak on the phone to her dad in her language is something beautiful and unique about her. And that's what sometimes people try and move away from, to try and be something that they're not. And that's what I kind of associate the cooking process and understanding our culture, Caribbean, knowing how to, you know, I mean, not use the dishwasher. You'd say, you know what, I'm not going to buy a dishwasher like for a couple of years or something, just to kind of know how my grandparents done it or great grandparents done it, or know how to cook the traditional
That's attractive
way.
to me.
You know what I'm saying?
That's attractive to me.
Bro.
You know, it's like if we can't financially get it,
bro.
and we have to be able to work within our means this way. You get your hand stuck in, I get my hand stuck in, and we do our thing. You get me? If I meet a girl who's Nigerian or Ghanaian or whatever like that, it's super attractive if I know that she can make a jollof. Do you get what I'm saying? She could do her little thing. If she can't, it's not a monstrosity.
Yeah, of course.
But it's nice, isn't it?
You
It's
slightly
like
expected it, innit? You came in, you heard her speaking tree, you're like, I must get a jollof now.
it's even worse if I can't even hear her speak that.
I hear that.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like, it's not, don't get it twisted. I don't look down upon you for not being able to do it, but it's nice. Do you get what I'm saying? When you go in there and you speak in your thing and you get what I'm saying, you're in the kitchen.
Let me show you I'm a prick though. And I know I'm a prick for saying this, and I probably shouldn't, but fuck it, man. You know what, if I go to a Jamaican household and the boys them can't cook, I can honestly tell you, as a tarnished human, I'm probably not going to be that upset. But if the girl can't cook, I think a part of me will be like, what?
Definitely.
And that's only because me growing up, none of the guys were allowed in the kitchen.
I hear you.
So it's weird to me because all the girls could go in the kitchen.
I hear
so it's
you.
like,
I hear
if you're
that.
going in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
No, but I'm being keeping it 100. Like,
Trust me.
however it may sound is how it may sound, but I'm being genuine.
They were allowed in, bro.
They were allowed in.
A lot of man will be scared to be honest like you, bro.
I'll be honest. I was jealous of
I
the
hear
cookies,
that.
but then after a while, football managers running. You get me, Miranda on Pro E. I just got to do my thing.
They was allowed in.
They were,
man.
bro. The girls in our family were allowed to stay up late.
Mm.
They could watch Jerry Springer, Ricky Lake. We couldn't watch none of that. They could watch like it. Jerry Springer was lit. We couldn't do none of that.
Ricky
so
Lake,
where they had more privileges and we looked at them as like the more mature ones in the family. Things like if I go to the house now years down and you can't cook, it's like, well, we were immature because like we were treated like absolute kids. You were treated so like I don't understand how you can't do this thing. Do you know what I mean?
Also, they were, because it was like for them, it's funny.
I'm not saying
it's
it's right,
funny
by the
that
way.
I know,
just saying
and that's because I know some people are going to misunderstand that, and that's whatever it is. Because I understand exactly what you're saying.
Understand where I'm coming from, yeah.
100%. So that's funny because it's the society element in it at that time. And what that is that from a mindset point of view, granny and mum was like, you have to learn how to cook so you can look after your household like this when you get older.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, with the boy now, it was like, yeah, okay, cool, we're playing computer and we're doing whatever, yeah. But you have to be a hard worker and you've got to go out. You got to maybe learn a trade. Do you understand what I'm saying? Learn a trade and be able to come home and give the money to the missus so that she can pattern up and do her thing.
Yeah,
and
so
that was what it is.
That was it. My dad was like, you have to be a hustler.
Of course.
My dad was like, you have to learn to hustle. You can't ever be sitting in your house waiting to make money. You need to know how to make money. So that was so I could sort of.
But that's the instincts as well of a man. No one needs to tell a man that it's like you're telling a lion or something like that. You're a tiger. You know what I mean, or something like that, or the pride of the jungle. Do you know what I mean? You have to do this. It's just the instincts.
They just know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
It's an instincts. You're born with it. Obviously, you're told as well.
Yeah.
But there's an instinct to provide as a man.
So what point did Nanny let you in?
You know what, bro? Like, remember when Nan was saying about, you know what? Sorry to go back to what you were saying. About she taught all of her sons to be able to cook,
clean, iron, everything.
Serious?
Man. All the uncles and that, so they were all patterned up and cook her.
Because she said, don't want you to depend on a woman to cook for you.
All right, yeah.
Just in case they might.
Maybe because of her experience.
My mum was on that.
Maybe because of her experience of having to always cook and making sure her sons wasn't like, you know what I mean, like that. You know what I mean?
So, whatless boy.
Out of curiosity, if it's too personal, please tell me shut the fuck up. Were any like your mum or your nan, did they work as job as well?
Yeah.
Jesus, because you know what? I'm just trying to figure out why I don't cook now. I know my mum didn't work. She only recently started working. Before that, she was a housewife.
Okay.
That was her thing. Yeah. So I'm just now realizing I'm blaming my mum. It's your fault, fam.
No, it's not her fault though. The reason why I say, do you know what I say? Because you know what? Maybe like being a housewife and stuff like that. Yeah. She could have made you do it, and it probably would have been beneficial in some way to make you do it, yeah? But if you're at home all day, you do kind of want to have things to do. So imagine she's at home and she just makes you do everything. She's just going to be bored. So she might just say to you, get out of the kitchen. I want to do it. I want to do it.
Straight. You must hold back my development because you're going to be bored now. Go sit down and watch Ricky Lake with the women because that's what was going on. And I want to... Nah, my kids are cooking.
So I'll tell you what my granny used to do sometimes as well, yeah? I don't know if your granny ever did this, but she used to cook food or whatever now, yeah? But we used to be fixated on playing computer and all of these type of things. Yeah. So it's like, when you're sitting at the dinner table, because you had to sit at the dinner table to yum food, you couldn't be in your bedroom or wherever it is playing. So anyway, right, we used to call her Nan Nan. Nan Nan used to cook food, right, boom. So we're sitting on the table now, Nan Nan cooks food. Same as food.
Yeah.
Same as food. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Now, say you're not hungry anymore, you don't want to eat no more. You're not hungry, you don't want to eat no more. Alright, cool. Nan Nan just take the food.
I know exactly what's happening. Yeah.
Then you say to Nan Nan later on, maybe 2 hours later, Nan Nan, can I have some chalk ice, please? I want to have some chalk ice. Then Nan Nan will say, yeah, go on, sit at the table. Go sit back at the table.
She's bringing the same degga plate.
Cold.
What's she saying?
Cold food.
Because if you can open your mouth for chalk ice, you can open your mouth.
You know that's child abuse, you know? That's child abuse. I told you before what my mum done to me. One morning, oats porridge. I just didn't want that much oats porridge. My mum used to give us big bowls and force us to, and oats is very filling. Especially like 8 a.m. Like, big man, come on, it's too mad. But whatever, I've come back home on some mum. Look what food got it. Let me show you something. You see the porridge and the oats?
It
looked like a rock underneath water.
Oh, that's horrible.
I looked at it and said, what, you can't even fling it in the microwave. Do something for me.
Solid.
Work with me. I understand what you're trying to let me know.
But make it easier for me,
Black
please.
eyed peas, meet me halfway. Just help me out. Child abuse. I would never do that to kids, man. It's long. They don't want to eat it. Come on, fam.
You used to have cornmeal porridge.
Cornmeal,
regular.
No.
Love that.
Regular.
I used to have Harmony. I had
Harmony
everything.
Corn.
Come on, fam.
Bro, we got that in the book,
man.
Seriously, I like porridge. The thing I like, but some mornings
peanut porridge.
I wasn't really on the peanuts.
Peanut is my thing.
Peanut porridge.
Peanut and banana. Yeah, man. Peanut and banana porridge.
Outside Coronation Market, they had like a big porridge.
Nice.
Like a stall, like just selling it.
Is it?
Yeah,
$1,
but there's a picture in
$1.
there.
Oh yeah, there's a picture of it. I saw it. Yeah, I'm gonna find
For
it.
porridge.
Yeah,
Do you remember the page?
Deliveroo 460. I'm out.
It's near the beginning, bro. Like,
It's near the beginning. I remember seeing it still.
It's near
Do you
the
know what I
beginning
remember?
still.
I remember having, because porridge was a thing for me, to the point where I still have ready break if I can't, because I can't make. I have ready break now. Let me show you what's really crazy. I remember when they brought me harmony corn porridge. In my mind, the corn in, oh my god, the corn in porridge didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, bro.
I refused to eat it. I refused for 2-3 weeks. I said, Mum, I'm having cornflakes. This is mad.
Yeah.
Then one day she said, just try it.
Lick off
sometimes
your head.
What?
Sometimes it's about trying it, just trying it.
Not all the time, but sometimes yeah, we agree.
Yeah,
Some
That-
things.
The porridge, I couldn't believe what was happening.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try everything. Not me.
Nah, PG-13.
After what I saw last night, I'm not.
That's the thing with some food as well. So you talk about Uber Eats and like Deliveroo. You can't get that same authentic flavour when you get that from cooking. Grandma's cooking, your own cooking. You can't get that.
It's a different type of love.
There's a lot of
innit?
restaurants out there and stuff like that. You can't get that same. A lot of inspired Caribbean food, but you can't get that authentic.
I call
why?
it.
Flavour.
Go on.
Because Mario's in the kitchen and he's Italian.
Yeah, exactly.
True, bro.
Hey.
He don't know my struggle.
All right. And also, I call it wholesale love. So what it is they cook,
Wholesale
they
love.
just cook a wholesale.
Commercial, innit?
It's different. When you got the individual love, there's something different about that individual love food. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's funny that you even said that about would you say Mario, who's Italian or whatever? Yeah, I went to one. Ross Clark Caribbean place. This is not to say that other people can't cook the food and that.
Disclaimer.
One time I went to the Ross Clark place there to
Mad
go get
still.
some food now.
Yeah.
I see a Polish done in there with the apron on with the seasoning in his hand. I said, hold on a minute, what's going on here?
It's mad.
Because you're paying for the experience.
Of
not
course.
with you.
It's
I
inspired,
ordered
isn't it?
Chinese and a Rasta man came. I gave it back to him.
It's true.
Hey,
Ask Ross Smith.
It's mad.
Listen, I want. Nah, I don't want that.
you know they do that in fucking what was it Leeds? I was in Leeds one time and they had one shop. Literally, in this one shop there was one don in there that was selling fried chicken, you know, like the normal Sam's kind of vibe,
man.
Chinese and Caribbean.
No.
One Asian don, you know. I
What,
said,
like a
nah,
buffet
he's
thing?
taking the
Holy
fucking.
Salmonella.
I said he's taking the
hate
fucking
that.
piss. And what are you
mad
saying? What,
still.
he's just frying up everything in the same pan?
That's mad.
That's like the guy in New York. I was in
greedy,
New
bro.
York the other day.
Yeah.
Them things really, I don't agree with things like that. We need to have specialists.
Yeah.
You're not an iPhone. You can't do everything. You're
high
a shop. Man's walked past the shop, fam. The little bakery thing. It's doing like standard bakery. So I'm thinking cool. And then couple little calf things. And patties and cocoa bread.
Oh, no.
With bun and there's bun and cheese in there.
cheese.
And
And
the
then
man
bun and
behind
he's
the
taking
thing
the piss.
is Mexican.
He's
Now
taking the
this is a problem to me, and if I'm wrong for
a
saying
big problem.
that, I don't care. Same way I don't like to go to a butcher's that sells iPhones. You've got to pick a choice,
It's true.
and you run with that.
It's true,
If you
man.
can't,
Too greedy, bro.
you know what I mean?
Greedy, innit?
Now I'm answering my phone and buying.
Trying to cover-
It's
I'm
mad,
buying
fam.
upstairs.
Exactly. I'm buying phone, you like,
I'm buying
getting
cow
upset.
foot and phone at the same time, asking for our plan. Listen, make a new stop. That's my
It's
new
mad,
plan. Make a new shop, man.
Trying to
This
cover
is
all
crazy.
areas, like. That's mad.
What's going on? Man's getting credit and cow foot.
Credit and cow foot. That's mad. Credit and cow foot.
Nah, cuz,
chicken
you
foot
gotta
and
make a
thing
choice.
there.
Bro, that's mad.
That's mad still. That's mad still.
I'm not in it.
That's
But
mad.
no, but big up the people that are trying to think,
Yeah.
trying to learn different experiences in terms of other cultures and
Yeah,
that. You
man.
get me?
Yeah.
Even with the IKEA thing the other day, like, you see
Yeah,
that?
man.
What
That's
was
a
that?
joke though, man.
What was that?
You see that, bro?
What happened?
They're doing jerk
Yeah.
chicken and rice and peas.
But
IKEA.
it was white rice and green
But it
peas.
was white rice.
White rice and
green
peas.
peas.
It
Yeah.
wasn't really rice and peas.
It was white rice and green beans.
Yeah.
Oh,
But they
my
didn't
God.
know. They done it at the O2 one time as well. I
Is
have to
it?
get back to them.
Ain't that like what like? Isn't that more like a It's more like a special fried rice, no?
Boy.
Nah,
Yeah.
special fried rice has like
Everything in it,
chicken,
and pork and all of that.
But they took it down, though.
They took it down.
apologised as well.
They take
Yeah.
it.
The jerk looked dirty, though.
Yeah,
Did it?
jerk
It
looks
did
so-
look
yeah,
dirty.
yeah.
They should have used one of my kids for the campaign. They're calm. They're half Swedish.
That's
true. Thing now.
It's true.
But big them up for trying it.
Yeah, man. Big them up, man.
I hear that.
Nah, don't big them up.
No, but they have to do a bit of research to respect the team.
Well, of
That's
course.
why I'm saying you don't big them up.
Don't big them up.
Because when you
but
get
they're
involved,
trying.
It's happening too
something,
much, isn't it?
respect it.
It's happening too much.
bro.
Do you know I'm coming from? Man's coming over here and just wanting to say, well, do you know, I don't know what the rice and peas is. I'm just going to do whatever because that's what we are.
But we
We're
don't know
just
whatever. I hear what you're saying, but we don't know Wagwan, whether they're really doing that.
But we know they got it wrong. And we know 100%. That the answers out there to what's right is the
out
most
there.
obvious
Google.
thing in the
We're
world.
bigging up the
Big
jerk
man, you
chicken.
got to
We're
cook.
bigging up
So
the
as far as I'm concerned,
All you gotta type in is Google, original
It's true.
flavour.
It's real talk.
They are, man.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You think I can go to Buckingham Palace and disrespect?
Nah, it's real.
No.
Yeah, man.
Come on, fam. I proper don't rate those things one bit. I
Yeah.
never will.
The jerk chicken, alright though.
Do you taste
Did you
it?
taste it?
No, I didn't taste it. It looked alright.
Well,
You know
boy,
it looked alright
there's a lot of
as well?
things. There's a lot of things
That's
that
looked
look.
alright.
The rice is
My
disgraceful.
ex-girlfriend, big man, it wasn't alright.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Respect.
Anyway, just before we get out of here and stuff like that, like, what else are you doing at the moment? What are you guys working on at the minute?
At the moment, we're working on new recipes, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully a new book soon as well. Another new book.
Have you got a store?
Not
No,
yet.
we've got a store.
Not yet.
No,
Oh, so
not
you just
yet,
kind
not
of
yet.
go about
all
it
about
just-
publication. Just doing videos. Also do like a lot of catering events as well.
Yeah.
Like corporate ones as well. So
Yeah.
everyone's trying to just spread the flavour, you know, spread the Caribbean love.
I hear
So
that.
we're
keep it
known
alive.
for our online videos. We do like 1 minute videos of how to do oxtail or cow
Yeah.
foot. We don't
Yeah,
cow
cow
foot. We
foot.
don't
The
like
cow
rice
foot. Oh, I
and
used to yam cow foot.
Yeah.
Ah. Let me tell you something, yeah. Oh, mate, cow foot used to just be just a very regular thing in my house, yeah.
Never in my
And it's funny. My mum's vegetarian. She don't eat it, but I just ate it.
Yeah.
I loved it, innit? And then I remember I used to always say to people that, especially Jamaicans as well, yeah. I don't know how it used to come up in conversations, but I used to be like, oh yeah, like, would you eat cow foot? And people used to be like, cow foot? And I used to look at them like, you're sick. What do you mean you don't know? You don't eat cow foot. You're mad. And then one day, I sat around the table because it's on. Usually it gets cooked around Christmas time as well, yeah. And I sat and I thought, blouse and skirt. Man's eating cow foot.
It's mad, isn't it? It's a bit
Mad,
mad.
you know, it is a bit mad.
But also understanding that, like,
Culture, innit?
it's culture, but it's like usually that's the like the
Slave.
yeah,
Slave.
like
That's
from
a
the
slave
slaves.
man's food.
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah.
don't eat them oxtail and cow. I don't eat none of that stuff.
I remember a Rasta
Man,
man
a
cussed
king
me
now.
for that one time, boy.
What? Man, I king now. Man, I eating the
You don't
right
eat
part.
oxtail
Bro,
though.
chicken
No.
foot, bro.
I still
Chicken
eat.
foot in
I eat
Jamaica.
oxtail still though
Oxtail,
sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's alright.
What oxtail? I'm
Chicken
mad
foot.
about it.
Oxtail.
Of course.
Yeah, a Rasta
You
man
mean-
said the tail of the
looked at this
ox.
back in the
Oxtail,
day,
yeah,
let me
man.
get straight, man, there was a whole ox.
I know.
And the man them say, you know what, I'm going for the tail. No. Give me the ox. Nah.
It's slavery food. So what we were given as the slaves, just
So why
discarded
can't we just go eat
elements.
something else now?
It's true, but oxtail.
We're kings now, you know.
Chicken foot.
Keep
look
talking
good,
on
though.
that though. Keep talking on that.
Chicken, yeah,
There's this-
it's the discarded elements of what we were given from our slave owners. So it's a beautiful story in that
Yeah.
to say
Nah,
like how
I don't see the
how
beauty.
we created
Made
certain
something out of
meals
nothing.
yeah, it's like basically
from rubbish.
that's what it is.
I know, but my thing is, we're not rubbish no more.
Of
We don't
course,
have
yeah.
to start. For me, anyway. For me, I'm not saying for everyone. I'm sure there's loads of objective arguments, but for me,
Yeah.
it's all a mentality thing.
course.
I
Of
don't
course.
want to do nothing
Yeah,
that the
yeah.
slave man were doing. I'm gonna
course.
go and do everything that the kings are doing because
course.
that's what we are. So
Yeah.
if the slave man was eating cow, and it may sound very petty, I'm not doing it.
I'm
What
not
were the
eat-
kings
I'm not
doing?
eating it either. But
That's what I do.
I do, but you know what it is, yeah. It's like not to say that it makes it right, but obviously element of it is tradition, but also it's the fact of tasting it and actually liking it.
Yeah.
If you say, for instance, yeah, let's say you told me this story before I tasted it, maybe I wouldn't even eat it because I'd be like, this is just all a bit mad. But if I'm finding this out 16 years later and I'm
Doesn't
yamming it and I'm
matter.
loving it, it's kind of like, well, you know what? Wait, I need to find out, is this actually hurting anyone right now other than the ox? No, someone and yam the thing. I'm not vegan. I'm gonna do my thing.
Oh, I forget vegans, man.
No. We've got a whole vegan chapter in the book.
Yeah, there's a
man.
vegan
Have
chapter
you?
in it. Yeah.
Oh,
man.
I might rip that part
You
out.
don't like
but the
vegan
rest
Remember,
of it-
Rastas are vegans, you know.
Yeah, man.
Rastas are
It's from
vegans.
the
No,
Rasta.
Rastas are Rastas.
Rasta, man. I tell you, man.
Vegans are usually like middle class white people that have never had a struggle, so they just gravitate to something.
When like
Start
it
going
would
to countries and
before.
attacking people for eating meat.
Right now, obviously, being a vegan now and like
I'm
it's
joking.
become a thing now where it's like bare restaurants and all of these type of things are open now and all of that stuff. But if you ever went to Jamaica, before back in the day, it would have been difficult to be a vegan in this country because there wasn't a lot of restaurants or a lot of places to go and eat from or whatever. Yeah, but as a Jamaican, there was always that element of the ITO side of things anyway. So it was like always, you could always find things to eat, yam, whatever. If you didn't want to eat anything that was once alive like that. You know what I mean?
No, vegan meals are nice. It's just not. I'm just too skinny to just commit to that. I'm disappearing as we speak. So.
But the Rastas were one of the pioneers of vegan.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying.
So much fruit.
There's
so much fruit and veg in Jamaica, man. You can curry up and pattern up a little thing with.
Nice,
so
yeah,
I'm saying that we got like a recipe called plantain and chickpea curry.
Yeah.
So we curry up the plantain and season it up. It's nice, man. Brought some today as well, so you can try.
Is it? Yeah. Wicked. Yeah, what I'm gonna do though, yeah, exactly. When I get some streets of time, I'm gonna like go through some of the things and cook certain things I ain't cooked before, and just follow your recipe.
You know what?
Maybe take one or two pictures.
I'm doing a video of you, Chucky. I'm gonna cook something from that. I'm gonna buy.
Are you, bro? How can we keep? Wait. How can we keep? I know. How can we keep?
And don't. How
can we make?
Not planting though.
Oh, this one's for you.
No, wait. No, let's discuss this now. We need to discuss this now. Ray. So wait, what can we do? Can we film this and then we can put it on our thing or something like that? Oh, we have to. Bro, you're doing that?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I just suggested it, big man. I'm doing it.
Alright, cool.
I will do that 100%.
So what we have to do it a day before, like, so wait, before our live show, you would have had to have done it.
We can do it in the next 2 weeks, my brother. It's not.
But I'm not going to be here.
What about next week?
When do you go to Jamaica?
Next week we could.
Next week I'm not, so it's gonna have to be after you get back.
When I get back.
Yeah, no problem.
100 million %.
Well done on the live show, man.
Yeah,
man.
Sell off, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah, 6 hours, man.
1 minute I looked in it. Next minute it was gone.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so
Big thing,
amazing, bro.
man.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, it's a start. Something.
Big up,
Love
man.
it.
No, but big up this, bro. Big man thing. Me and my bro.
Yeah, man.
Bro, we watched this thing like.
Well, listen, when we're cooking,
bro.
listen to it.
Well, thank God we even here, but some respect, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
That's lit.
Yeah, that's
respect.
But thank you.
Bro,
Like,
respect,
thank
man,
you as
seriously,
well,
bro.
yeah. And like, you know what I mean? This was, when I saw this, I'm glad that you signed it for me as well. It's just that, like, I'm a fan of seeing people that come from where I come from as well, just doing positive things and that, and trying to cut through and all of that type of stuff. So when I saw this, I was like, you know what? I have to come and just bring the man them and have a little conversation with them still. So yeah, man, love and guidance to you every time. I noticed that you brought some food for the man. What is that? A little
got some stew
juice
chicken
there as well.
Yeah, got a punch.
Yeah, quick punch in that. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, thanks for listening, everyone.
Before you go though, make sure you buy the tickets for the Viva Live show.
Yes,
the link in the description. And
the description.
I can't lie, Chucky. Quickly, I was always very, 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 very what's the word? Harsh on you because I wanted you to do more. I felt like you're so lit that you were just restricting yourself to this, and I just get frustrated when people just do one thing.
That's deep.
So when I see now the stuff that you're doing, I don't know how much I can say or I can't say, but all the stuff that I'm seeing from all the different facets and areas that you're in, I just think it's a long time coming, and it makes me very happy though.
Thank you,
very,
man.
very happy. I won't lie to you.
Thank you, bro.
Properly happy. Even the little picture you sent us today.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair, I only sent the first picture because I knew you'd done what you done.
Okay.
Like, I'm just gassed. Like, proper. Like, inspired by you, Chucky.
Thank you, my bro, and thank you for like just like. Because you know what,
that's beautiful, man. Love
this is a conversation for another day, but obviously just like having a conversation and you being my brethren and being associated with you has been able to show a spotlight on me as well, which has ultimately helped me get certain opportunities based off that. So yeah, man. So bro, guidance every time. Hey, thanks for listening, everyone. Yeah.